let me ask you this too now, because I don't want to skip over that, because you know the experience for black boys going to school and white boys going to school are totally different. I want to speak about because we had some. I went to a school in my city called Stratford High School. I think it's ranked the worst school in Tennessee, right? Or what was when I was there. You said that, you know, the reason you proceeded to take the firearm to school with you is because there was a situation where, you know, dudes were shooting at y'all at the school, you know, rival gangs or turf wars or whatever the situation was. There was some static at the school in which life could be lost. And so you wanted to prepare yourself for that.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna tell you what happened for me. So we in middle school, actually, at East Middle School. Shout out to everybody from the bricks at East that went with me to East. We're at East Middle School, grown men creeping into the school. I'm talking about adults, not 18, 19. We talking 21s, 22. They creeping into the school because it's beef going on, it's fights, and that might be the big homie of these little homies that's in here. Was a weird thing. But to see a grown man walk your hallways looking for problems, he ready to jump in fights, whatever the situation is, he grown. Bigger than that, they had a rumor going around because the starter coach, the pullover coach was a big thing then, where you will pull over the starter coach with just a little zipper right there. They will be saying that the niggas is taking Jordans and starter coats. So if you walk to school and they start grabbing niggas, 15 years old, get out the car with the strap, come on with your coat, nigga, your shoe. So imagine.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. Let's just speak about that, because white folk don't go through that. White folk the worst they might get somebody offering them cigarettes or drugs or something. But we talking about violence.
At an early age, man, we went through that in high school, man. You know, big homies coming up to the school because, you know, they like I said, some of their little homies, that's they big homies, so they coming up to the school. You know what I'm saying? To make sure everybody's straight.
Get active with them. Yeah.
But see, you had to go out of every hall to get to another hall in my high school. Exactly. So I mean, everything was out in the open, so they couldn't protect us. Man, I had to protect myself. Exactly. You know, and that's just how it go. You know what I'm saying? But man, like I said, the white community don't get a chance to experience that type of stuff. But at the same time, I ain't gonna just necessarily say the white community. It was a lot of whites went to school with us, and they were cool.
Right.
You know, it wasn't no racism.
Right.
I didn't see any racism going up like for us like at my high school or at my middle school. Like we all was one.
I didn't from the students. I didn't, you know, the students, the body of students, white, black, whatever, because I went to a ghetto school and we all ghetto. We different colors, but we all from the ghetto. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Absolutely.
Standpoint.
Absolutely. It was more blacks than whites, but at the same time, we all came from, you know, from where we came from. And that's why we all hung out and got along. But like I said, they gang shit was heavy. And man, like I said, you had grown men walking through the hall sometime at one point in time, man. And man, like I said, the when you go to a high school or elementary school, and majority of the minority that's in that high school is white, they don't get a chance to experience that type of stuff. Like the most they might get is offer some cigarettes or a pill or something like that of that nature. You know what I'm saying? So they don't get a chance to
they don't
deal with that violence.
And then what happens is, consequently, right? Which is important, and I think white folks or middle America, I'll say that because when I say white folks, I don't want to lump the folks that's from the ghetto in with that, because the ghetto is the ghetto. But the middle America white people, they don't understand that being 14, worried about the shoes your mother bought you being took from you and having to defend that from a grown man lends itself to a certain mindset. So when you deal with me at 20 and I'm no nonsense, so I'm, you know, paranoid and things like that, I'm aggressive and things like that, they take that as just me being a criminal, when in fact that can be a reflection of what it took for me to survive.
Man, you know what I remember too? I remember stuff being so crazy to the point where, like, now we got out of school at 2:15, 2:30, right? So I remember I had to make conscious decisions whether I'm gonna play sports, stay after school late, walk home solo, or I'm gonna walk with the crowd.
Right.
I would have rather walk with the crowd because it was safer.
Exactly. Can't even play sports. Now picture White boy don't never know what that's like. Not white boy, middle America white people don't never know what that's like. And that's why I try to always tell middle America people is y'all only experience with us is with, you know, you watch Power on Ghosts or you watch Ghosts or you watch something like that. So you don't understand that it's very complex on why we think the way we do. That's why I wanted to reach out to you and talk to you, is because I know a man that espoused somebody that intended to hurt them had to have a certain level of understanding within itself. You see what I'm saying?
Absolutely. I had to have that, you know, but like I said, that's all contributing factors for everything I done been through as a kid, all the way up through my adolescent years to becoming a man. Right. You know, that's everything. You know, anybody else would have made the wrong move. Anybody else would have, like I said, would have shot the car up or hit an innocent bystander. Or and the way I feel right now with the judicial system and stuff, I feel like if I would have killed him, it would have turned back around on me. Yeah. I mean, like you never know.
Nah, I think it would have backfired. I think
you never know. You never know. Like I probably would have been free that night. And then here come the county coming back to you 2 weeks later. You know.
Yeah.